Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Sunday. We got 11 matchups on this NFL slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. A big NFL slate today, starting with the Atlanta Falcons versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay opening up as a 3-point home favorite with the over-under at 37. Atlanta coming into this matchup 3-3, the Bucs 3-2. Head-to-head, Tampa is 6-4, 5-5 covering the spread. The overs hit in 8 out of the last 10 meetings. Let's see, not seeing any major injuries in this matchup here. Atlanta coming off a Washington loss. Tampa Bay coming off a Detroit loss. Atlanta 0-5 covering the spread right now. They are 1-5 against Tampa Bay. I think this is a winnable game for Tampa Bay at home here. Coming off just a bad performance against Detroit, and I think they can really bounce back here. And I'm gonna buy the half a point, and I'm gonna take Tampa Bay minus 2.5 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Buffalo Bills versus the New England Patriots. Bills opening up as a 7.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 40. Bills coming into this matchup 4-2. The Patriots 1-5. Head-to-head, Buffalo 6-4. 7-3 covering the spread. The overs hit in 5 out of the last 10 games. As far as injuries go, not seeing any crazy injuries in this matchup. Buffalo coming off a Giants win 14-9. New England, they're on a 3-game losing streak, coming off a 21-17 loss against Vegas. Buffalo 6-1 against New England, 4-1 covering on the road against New England here. And they're 5-1 covering straight up against New England here. Yeah, I just don't like this Patriots team. They've just been very bad. The offense is horrible. Buffalo coming off a bad start against the Giants here. I think they have a much better game today, especially scoring wise. And I'm gonna take the Bills by a point. I'm gonna take the Bills minus 6.5 and money line on the road. Next matchup, we got the Cleveland Browns versus the Indianapolis Colts. Browns opening up as a 3.5 point road favorite with the over under at 40.5. Browns coming into this matchup 3-2. The Colts 3-3. Head to head, the Colts are 8-2. 4-6 covering the spread. As far as injuries, I'm seeing that Deshaun Watson is looking like he's going to be the starter here. So that could be a big boost for the Cleveland offense. Cleveland coming off a big 49ers win 19-17. Colts coming off a bad Jags loss 37-20. And I'm liking the Browns here. What they did last week against the Niners, defense was great. And Gardner Minshew, man, he really did not look good against the Jaguars last week in his first start. And getting Deshaun Watson does help a bit. And I'm going to buy a point, and I'll take Browns minus 2.5 and money line on the road. Next matchup, we get the Detroit Lions versus the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens opening up as a 3-point home favorite with the over-under at 43. Detroit coming into this matchup 5-1. The Ravens 4-2. Head-to-head, Baltimore is 5-2. 4-3 covering the spread. The overs hit in 4 out of the last 7 meetings. As far as injuries go, not seeing any major injuries in this matchup. Detroit on a 4-game winning streak, coming off a big Tampa Bay win. Baltimore coming off a big Tennessee win. Detroit 7-1 covering the spread right now. 7-1 in their last 8. This is a very good Detroit team here. Getting underdog money on the road. We've seen the Ravens offense hasn't been that great. It's definitely the passing game has been very mild, you could say, for Baltimore here. In Detroit, the offense and defense has just been playing, great all over here. And I'm all over Detroit here. Give me a half a point. I'll take Detroit plus 3.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Chicago Bears. This is definitely the worst matchup on the slate, which I recommend staying away from. Raiders opening up as a 2.5-point road favorite with the over-under at 38.5. Raiders coming into this matchup 3-3. The Bears 1-5. Head-to-head, Chicago's 5-3. 5-2-1 covering the spread. And the big news is, for quarterback, it's going to be Brian Hoyer at quarterback for Vegas. And then Chicago, it's going to be Tyson Bagent at quarterback. So this is just going to be a horrible quarterback matchup on both ways here. Vegas on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a Patriots win. Chicago coming off a Minnesota loss. Chicago currently is 0-10 at home. It's been rough for them here. I like the Raiders. I mean, it's not like I love any team in this matchup with the quarterback situation, but I would take a shot with the Raiders on the road. Brian Hoyer, just an old veteran, probably not going to make too many mistakes here. They're going to be able to, they got good. The offense is still good. They got Devontae, they got Josh Jacobs, so they could still move the offense. Bears really don't have anybody. All their running backs are banged up here, and I'll take the Raiders minus 2.5 and money line on the road. Next matchup, we got the Washington Commanders versus the New York Giants. Washington opening up as a 3-point road favorite with the over-under at 37.5. Washington coming into this matchup 3-3. The Giants 1-5. Head-to-head, the Giants are 6-3-1. The over's hit in 7 out of the last 10 matchups. And the Giants, there is still no Daniel Jones. So it's going to be Tyrod Taylor, who actually, didn't look too bad last week. They're on a 4-game losing streak. Couldn't get the win in Buffalo. It didn't score any touchdowns. That was their main problem. Washington coming off a big Atlanta win. They're 7-2 covering on the road here. I just simply don't trust the Giants. I really don't. I mean, they couldn't even score a touchdown last week. The offense hasn't looked good. Even with Saquon back, the offense was pretty bad. And, by a 0.5 point. And I'm going to take Washington minus 2.5 and money line on the road. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Cardinals versus the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle opening up as an 8-point home favorite with the over-under at 44.5. Arizona coming into this matchup 1-5. Seattle 3-2. Head-to-head, Seattle is 7-3. The over's hit in 4 out of the last 10 matchups. Not seeing any major injuries in this matchup here. Arizona on a 3-game losing streak, coming off a Rams loss. Seattle coming off a tough Cincinnati loss. The game they had multiple chances to win. They couldn't get it in the end zone in the end. Arizona 0-6 on the road right now. 1-4 covering against Seattle here. Definitely a winnable game for Seattle at home. They should be able to take care of business against Arizona, and I'll take Seattle minus 8 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Los Angeles Rams. Rams opening up as a 3.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 44. Steelers coming into this matchup 3-2. The Rams 3-3. Head-to-head, Pittsburgh is 5-1. 5-1 covering the spread. Not seeing any major injuries here. Pittsburgh coming off their bye week, but before that getting their Baltimore win 17-10. Rams coming off a big Arizona win 26-9. Pittsburgh, they've been good against the Rams. 5-1 against the Rams. 5-1 covering against the Rams. They've actually been very good against LA here. I'm just not in love with Pittsburgh and this offense. I mean, they're coming off a 17-point game, 6-point, 23, 26-7. I mean, this team hovers around 20 and less. The offense is very bad for Pittsburgh. Very bad. The Rams have looked pretty good. Getting Cooper Kupp back definitely helps them. And I just don't love what I'm seeing from the Steelers. And I think I'll take the Rams minus 2.5 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Green Bay Packers versus the Denver Broncos. Packers opening up as a 1-point road favorite with the over-under at 45. Packers coming into this matchup 2-3. Denver 1-5. Head-to-head, Packers are 5-3. 5-3 covering the spread. The over sit in 5 out of the last 8 matchups. No Devondre Campbell for Green Bay. That's a big loss on their defense. Green Bay on a 2-game losing streak, coming off a Vegas loss. Denver on a 2-game losing streak, coming off a Chiefs loss. This is just a rough game. Denver's just been very bad here. They are 6-1 at home against Green Bay. You know, Green Bay hasn't looked hot. The offense has struggled the last few games. We saw that in the Raiders game, and you know, Love's really struggled this year. So is Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson does not look good. And man, I just think this is gotta be the game that Denver, you know, wins at home. They've just been so bad here. All the eyes are on them. I think Russell has a pretty decent game here. I think they get it done at home as an underdog. I'm gonna roll with Denver money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs opening up as a 5.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 47.5. Chargers coming into this matchup 2-3. Chiefs 5-1. Head-to-head, the Chiefs are 7-3. The over sit in 6 out of the last 10 meetings. Not seeing any major injuries in this matchup here. Chargers coming off a tough Dallas loss, 20-17. Chiefs, they're on a 5-game winning streak, coming off a big Denver win. They're playing great. Chargers are just 3-15 against the Chiefs. They really struggled against Kansas City here. I just don't think they're going to win on the road. That's just what the Chiefs do. Chargers do. They lose the tough games. It's going to be tough, and you know, Chiefs don't really lose at home. And yeah, I'll take Chiefs minus 5.5 and money line at home here. In the last matchup of the day, we got the Miami Dolphins versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles opening up as a 3-point home favorite with the over-under at 52. Both teams coming into this matchup 5-1. Head-to-head, Philly is 4-3. 5-2 covering the spread. Let's see, not seeing any crazy injuries in this matchup. Although Philly missing some quarterbacks, missing Bradley Roby and missing their safety Reed Blankenship, which is not good against Tyreek Hill and Waddle. Miami on a 2-game winning streak. Philly coming off that first loss of the year, losing to the Jets. A game they just didn't play well. Hurts had his worst game of the season here. Has a chance to rebound here up against a very good Miami team that's going to be very good offensively. I'm liking the Dolphins. I like the Dolphins here. I've just been on the Dolphins all year. They've just been so much fun to watch, and this is going to really be a battle. Should be a close game. Miami is 8-4 against Philly. 8-1 covering the spread here. Miami's been able to cover, and yeah, I'm gonna take Miami plus. I'm gonna buy a point. Depends what line you get, but I'm gonna get them plus 3.5 on the road here. And that's gonna be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.